Sounds like a.
All right. It says you are live, so we're live. Here we go.
Let's do
Make
it.
sure I got all the, like you said, all the technical stuff.
I know.
Okay, so we're definitely live. It's always like that when you're learning like new software apps and stuff. It's always like you got to figure out how to do all the buttons and
oh my gosh, yeah,
what to press and what you got to plug up. Like you said, if you need headphones.
I know.
But we're on. So we're on live. We sound and look good as always.
Yes.
So what's up, Peggy? I appreciate you coming on tonight for Live on the Q. This is actually my second podcast episode that I'm doing with on the Q. So I'm definitely appreciative of you coming on. For everybody coming on, just throw a hand up or wave just to let me know that you're on.
Yes.
I'm on the StreamYard app, so I can't really see too much on, like on the Facebook. So if you can just do that so we can at least see you guys and give you a shout out, virtual shout out. Well, Peggy, how you been, girl? I didn't see you like throughout the summer.
I know, exactly. But I love, following what you've got going on too. You make it really easy to kind of keep up with all of the activities that you're into. But yeah, I'm here. I'm thriving and surviving at the same exact time. So
that's what we're all doing.
yeah. Just feel
Thank
very
you, Chris. Oh, my king is on watching, supporting.
Oh yeah,
that always helps. I'm on here. I'm learning how to put these comments on here.
Oh, this is so cool.
I think it makes
Look
people
at that.
really feel connected to you.
When you're I'm gonna have a lot of shocked things going on.
Hey, MJ, thank you for joining. She's also a big support. So we're just starting tonight, just giving people, a few minutes to come on. Let them get settled in as well.
Yes.
After work, how that is in the house, cooling, just getting yourself together, drinking that detox tea that we're supposed to be drinking.
Absolutely. Grab your tea, grab it all. Grab your protein shake, get it all together. Grab your water.
Yes, your smoothie, all of that good stuff for your body.
Glass of wine.
We're gonna talk about tonight. If you don't know, you're gonna know before the end of tonight's show what you can do for yourself. That self-care.
Yes, which is very important. Absolutely a must.
Oh my goodness. So I think we're good. Thank you guys again for joining. Everybody tonight. I know it's weird. It's like the middle of the week, so we're like almost there, sort of towards the end of the week, but we're still right in the middle. Thank you, Will. Thank you for joining as well. Oh, it feels so nice when people, come on and comment and things. Makes you, want to continue, what it is that you're doing. Let me see. Make sure I got all my settings and things right. Okay. Peggy, are you still there? It might be technical problems on your end, or it might be mine. Let me know if you're still there. I'll just give her a few minutes, you guys. I think she's having an issue with her camera. But again, I appreciate you guys coming on. Peggy is pretty much a health scholar. If you guys follow her page, we'll give you that information later. Green Life by Design. She has a lot of information as far as recipes. She's also a vegan as well. Something that I sort of tried to get into, but I'm still learning about. So she's someone that I definitely want to be able to reach out to as well regarding that. So let me sign her back on. Peggy, you there?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I
was just talking you up for everybody.
Oh, thank you. Technology. I hope you didn't tell them that I was tech savvy, because technology does not.
No.
I
say that word very loosely. A lot of us think that we're tech savvy until something happens,
Yes.
and we're calling for help. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
But
my
yeah, I was
God.
just letting them know, that you're into health and that you're vegan, and you know all about different like healthy recipes and things like that. So I know you can definitely help people. I know you can help me. I got to start taking some notes myself tonight. But again, thank you guys for joining. My name is QadriyyahMarie. I'm the host of Live on the Q podcast. I actually have a premier media production company called On the Q Productions. Primarily, our goal is to educate and inspire the urban community on personal health, wellness, and fitness through podcasts, films, books, and events. We like to advocate for a healthy lifestyle. So hence I have my guest, Mrs. or is it Miss or Mrs.? I never get that right. This is that.
Mrs. Yep.
It's like I'm an English major and I still can't get this right. But yes, Mrs. Peggy Ovilma-Goodfield. So I appreciate you coming on tonight. You can just briefly introduce yourself to the audience for me.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you so much for having me. I am delighted to be able to have this opportunity. And trust me, guys, I'm a little nervous, but we're gonna get through this together.
You'll be fine, girl. Fine.
Great. So my name is Peggy, and I guess a little bit about me. I just recently moved from Maine to New Jersey, relocated here. Originally a Jersey girl, but just recently relocated with the family. I'm married. I have 2 girls, 13 and 6. Absolutely wonderful lights of my life, and every single day my why for why I absolutely love health and wellness. For longevity, for my health, and also for them. At the end of the day, it's absolutely for them. I want to see my girls grow up, for sure. And I'm also a pediatric nurse. I do private home healthcare, and I own my own health and wellness business. I am a district manager with Arbonne, so that's kind of like me in a nutshell.
Yeah, you're definitely doing the thing.
Yes, doing all the things.
a bunch of all the things.
Yes,
but I really wanted you to really come on, especially you briefly mentioned it as far this like the skin routines. I see a lot of people posting about needing help, with that, particularly women of color. They'll talk about the fact that they want to learn how to take care of their skin and beauty, but they don't know how. They don't have the right products at hand, or they just don't know the routine. And I know working with you basically helped guided me. I'm still learning, but guided me.
It's everything's a learning process.
Simple things to do, because sometimes it gets overwhelming. You see all these products and you're like, well, how do I go about my day? How do I start this from the minute I wake up until I go to bed at night? How do I keep myself, remaining, youthful and still looking refreshed throughout the day? So do you have any advice regarding that? Any just simple routine stuff for your skin?
Yeah, no, I definitely do have advice for that. But I guess like if we do like a little bit of pivoting and go into kind of how gut health will affect your skin, and then we can talk about like how skincare can actually be like kind of like a secondary thing that you would use to enhance your skin. Rather than be the primary way of fixing your skin. So, so I don't know if you don't mind if we start there.
I want you to go right, like I said, right into, what it is that, you're most comfortable, speaking about, because I definitely know that's something that's one of your things.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
We can definitely start with that, because right now I'm trying to get rid of my gut that's down there. So I'm pretty sure I can benefit from this as well.
Yeah, no, I think everyone, definitely young and old, doesn't matter, can benefit from having some great gut health. Gut health is my passion. It's my jam. I absolutely love talking about it because it hits home personally for me. As a
Right.
person that suffers with an autoimmune disease that deals with the gut, I have ulcerative colitis, and I was diagnosed 6 years ago. And so
Mm.
that's kind of what really started my journey and really wanting to know more about how I could get my gut healthy without really using all of the modern medicine. That's kind of what I want. I want to take a holistic alternative route to really taking care of my gut, and this kind of
Mhm.
helped me have that passion to help other people kind of get their gut reset as well. So kind of like, why is gut health even important? A lot of people are like, okay, what's up with this gut health? It's become a very popular topic very recently because there's a lot more research that's being done surrounding gut health. So pretty much your gut is the highway to everything. And guys, if you see me
Mm.
looking over, it's because I'm looking at my notes. I want to stay on
Yes, yes.
track. So the gut is a highway to everything. It connects your mind, it connects your body, it connects your skin. And so, like, a great example that I've heard before is that, like, how you get nervous. So like me right now, I'm like, I'm sweating. So I'm nervous, and then you get butterflies in your stomach. It's like a reaction. You get butterflies in your stomach, and then you might get flushed, or you're sweating, or you feel very warm. That is how our body is all connected. Like, we don't think about it on a day-to-day because it happens instantaneously, but that is how everything is connected, and that connects directly to your gut. So you know how sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, I've got bubble guts, because you just heard like some type of, like, if it's like good news and you're like nervous about it, you're like, oh my gosh, I got bubble guts. That's how
Mhm.
our gut really is connected to everything. And I've got like this really cool quote. So, quite literally, your gut is the epicenter of your mental and physical health. If you want
Mm.
better immunity, efficient
Mhm.
digestion, improved clarity and balance, focus on rebuilding your gut health. And it's crazy to think of all of that. Like, how the heck is all of that connected to that?
Mhm.
It's so cool, and it's so important at the same time. So if you're not aware, like 70% of our immune system is located in our gut.
Wow.
80% of serotonin, which is a body's natural, happy drug, or our natural high, that's also located in our gut. And
Mm.
also, if you have a reaction in your gut, that can also show up in your skin. So that's another thing. That's why I was like, let's talk about gut, and then we'll pivot into skincare, because if we understand how to take care of our gut, we're essentially taking care of our skin at the same time, inside and out, from the inside and out. So, just like a little quick background on what exactly our gut does. It has a couple of very important functions. So, one of them is to absorb nutrients, because we're eating whatever we're consuming. Our gut will
Mhm.
choose what it needs and send it out to the rest of the body. And then it also defends against bad bacteria. So this is why it's
Mm.
so important to have a really good gut microbiome. And that pretty much is just like the whole array, all of the bacteria that we have in our gut, good. And then those bad bacteria that sneak in there, makes up our
Mhm.
gut microbiome. So, some things to think about that can affect your gut health is
Mhm.
your lifestyle, diet.
Yeah.
If you even think about it, pollution can affect your gut
Mhm.
health. Stress, certain medications that you're taking, like for instance, antibiotics. That's a huge culprit that will, affect your gut as well. Hey, Sade.
Yeah,
So yeah, so
guys,
those are
thank you guys for joining.
yes. Thank you everyone for showing up. Woo. Um,
Yes, right? They know how important this is.
yes, exactly, exactly. So it's just very important to recognize that those certain things will affect your gut. Like, we don't think about these things, and we don't really take that, because we don't take that time. Everything is kind of like we're moving through our everyday. We don't think about how
Right.
these certain little changes can really affect our gut health. And so it's just like a few things that you can look out to be like, okay, wait a minute, my gut I do have signs of having an unhealthy gut. So for instance, like some of our the standard things that we might encounter, so like constipation, diarrhea, you know, if you have bloating and gas. There's also food sensitivities. You know, some people will have gluten intolerances as well. So that's another thing that's affecting your gut. You might have a bad taste in your mouth, which I know right now with COVID, that's like a weird, you know, a symptom. But but if you have like a bad taste in your mouth, that might be connected to your gut as well. Foggy brain, so your mind isn't really that, you know, clear. Mood swings, depression and fatigue, which are very, you know, depression and anxiety, very huge things, and a lot of people suffer from it. Sometimes we don't identify the exact words and use that, saying that it is depression, anxiety. A lot of people do suffer from that, and that could be linked to having a gut imbalance. Then there's headaches, there's skin issues, and then, you know, autoimmune disease, like I have as well. So I can go, you know, on and on. There's so much science behind it and everything. And definitely, if anyone is interested in learning a little bit more about that scientific background, I'm more than happy to talk about it with you. It's like one of those things that really gets me excited to share. But, you know, I kind of like the last things I wanted to share is, you know, 9 tangible ways that you can improve your gut health today. Things that you can do right now.
For me, it's something that we can start, you know, right away.
Right away today. You can do this absolutely today. And you'll be shocked at, you know, how easy these things are. Yes, IBS, MJ. That's another thing with the gut imbalance as well. IBS is very common. So one of those ways is to manage stress. Stress is a huge culprit of, you know, of gut health, having a gut health imbalance. And some ways, you know, that you can manage stress is by doing yoga, going for a walk, going for a run. I love to go for runs. If I start getting stressed out, I'm out the door. I got my speakers and I'm hitting the pavement, and that really helps for me just to be able to kind of think and work through some things. You know, there's also meditation, and the other important thing is like know your triggers, know those emotional triggers that can cause stress. It might be that one particular person in your life that you might have to say bye to. It might be exactly, like you gotta go. I'm sorry.
Peace.
You know, it could be it could be social media that you don't think about it, and that could be causing stress. So kind of thinking of those things is very important. Then there's also the next thing is sleep. And I know a lot of us, we don't get sleep. Like me last night, I only got 4 hours of sleep. So I do have to practice what I preach as well. But if it's very important on average to get about 6 to 8 hours of sleep. And that really just, you know, helps with your brain as well, giving that rest, giving your body the chance to kind of rejuvenate itself. So it's very important to get sleep. And if you need help, you know, sleep aids, like that, something like that, in natural ways is by using essential oils. Diffuse some lavender, you know, and that really helps to calm things down. Add a few drops of lavender into your laundry when you're washing like your bed sheets and stuff like that. And that will have the smell there, and that will also help calm you down. Really think about having like a nighttime routine where you disconnect from disconnect from your phone. Maybe like an hour before that you go to bed. You know, blue light is not good for us in the first place, but also like scrolling through social media, that's just going to keep your brain awake. And we technically focus on, it's really interesting, but the last thing that we see or we read about, we technically go to sleep still thinking about it. So instead of that, how about, you know, you grab a book and read a chapter of something that's going to be like, you know, personal development, personal growth, or something like that. So those are some ways. And then some supplements. Like for instance, I like to use a product called Intercalm, and that's from my business. Arbonne offers that, and that's based on Ayurvedic medicine. It has ashwagandha root in there, and that's really good for just really calming everything down. And you make it as a tea, and you have a little bit of that at night, and it really gets you ready for bed. Then the third thing is drinking water. Like, who would have thunk? Drinking water really helps balance good and bad bacteria in your belly. So drink more water. They're right on target with that. Drink more water. And then
how much water do you recommend though? Because that's another thing I hear different.
Yes. So what I stick to and what I've used as a rule of thumb is drinking half your body weight in ounces of water. Okay. So if you let's just use nice round numbers because math was never my strong point. So if you weigh 100 pounds, drink 50 ounces of water per day. So that would be how many bottles? Oh gosh, again with the math. So just drink 50 ounces of water. So take your weight, divide it in half, and drink that much in water a day. So that's kind of like the recommended. And it's pretty funny. Like if you get like a decent size like water bottle, like 32 ounce water bottle, it's in no time. You're already drinking, your water, and it's a nice way to keep track of what you're having during the day as well.
And they have those bottles too, like on Amazon, that helps you measure, right?
Yeah.
Per hour.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. Yep. And I see people. I the other day, like I saw someone walking around with a gallon of water. I'm like, okay, that's what it is. Yeah, you have to drink that much water. So yeah, it's a good way of doing that. And then the fourth way is increasing your fiber intake. So if you weren't aware,
yes.
Thank you, Sade, for doing the math. I appreciate you.
Yeah, she
did. So females are supposed to get about 25 grams of fiber a day, which as females, we do not get that. And it's so important. That's why a lot of us suffer with constipation and we suffer with bloating because we're not getting enough fiber. And then males, it's on average about 38 grams of fiber per day that you should be getting. And this fiber can be found in fruits and veggies and really, like not just like a snack, but really getting that intake, high intake of those good fruits and veggies. And the important part of the fiber is that what it does is it binds to toxins in your system and it helps to flush those toxins out, including as well as helping keeping you, regular and having nice stools. We're going to talk about stools. I'm a nurse. I like to talk about stools.
Here we go. It's important though. I mean, it is part of your good health.
It is very important. Having those regular bowel movements. Everybody is different, but having a daily regular bowel movement is very important. And if that's not happening, then there's probably something off with your gut that you want to take care of. And then
water. That's what you need.
Yeah, drinking more water and combining the fiber intake.
The fiber, right?
Very, very helpful. And so, one way I like to get extra fiber is using a fiber supplement. And so I like to use Fiber Boost. And again, another product that's offered by Arbonne. Absolutely love Fiber Boost. I do like about half a scoop and I put that in anything because it's literally odorless and flavorless. And so you can put it in cookies. You can trick the kids, which, children, you can put it into the spaghetti sauce. So you can put it into your smoothies, your shake. It doesn't matter. It's just a really good way for you to be able to get that recommended fiber per day. And then, a fifth way of improving your gut health is by reducing sugar, the amount of sugar intake. Sugar actually feeds bad bacteria in your gut, and we don't want that. We don't want the bad bacteria hanging out, having a good time, grabbing a drink. We want to get rid of the gut bacteria. So very important to reduce the amount of sugar that you are having.
Oh,
I like that, Chris.
and he loves, you know what, now that he brought it up, he has this bidet in his bathroom. And am I saying it right? Is it bidet or bidet? I think it's bidet.
Oh my goodness.
And he absolutely loves it. He actually just posted about it again today. So
oh my gosh, yeah. So he's
like, he's making me want to get one now. It almost makes you want to have, a stool so you can actually have a reason to use it.
To use it, right? Oh my gosh. Wow.
I'm sorry, Chris. I had to bring that up. What's up, Javon? What's up?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I had to bring that up.
Yeah.
But stool health really is important. It really is.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So then the sixth way you can help gut health is by reducing the amount of gluten that you have. And wheat is a high culprit of gluten. It's really, and sometimes it's tough because wheat is in a lot of things. So trying to reduce the amount of wheat that you're having, my potato is incredible. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to have a serious conversation about gluten.
I know. You can't have one with him. I'm sorry.
That's incredible. I love it. So gluten can actually cause inflammation in the body, and you definitely do not want to cause any type of inflammation in your system.
I need to write this down too, because as you know, I have endometriosis.
Yes.
So for me, I totally try to avoid foods with lots of inflammation. Like I try to focus on just having food, anti-inflammatory foods.
Yes.
So I try my best, even though it's hard.
It
I try
is.
to eliminate as much as I could, having those types of foods, because just as what you're about to suggest, and I didn't even realize that gluten was part of that.
Yes,
inflammatory
is a huge culprit when it comes to inflammation in the body, unfortunately, and all the good stuff got gluten in it. So it's kind of it's really difficult. But fortunately, because of the fact that a lot of people are finding out that they do have gluten intolerances, and sometimes like it could be gluten that's causing you to break out on your skin. So eliminating that and seeing how your skin might improve, then versus I'm gonna grab a whole entire skincare system and that work for me. So that's why you kind of start from there, start from getting your inside in check, and then go from there. So gluten causes your immune system to actually go into attack mode. So again, gluten intolerances, that is huge, and you don't want your immune system to be in attack mode, because the more that's in attack mode, the worse it is for you, and the worse it is for your entire body. So it's very important to try to reduce that. Again, there are a lot more gluten-free options that are out there. And the other thing to think about as well, because I know a lot of people think gluten is only sorry. I'm getting feedback. I apologize.
I think it was on my end.
Oh, okay. So the thing to remember is that there's also gluten in the skincare products that you use. And that's something that I wasn't even aware of myself until, I kind of really started going on this healthy living journey and trying to figure all of these things out with my gut, that gluten is something that's in there, that's in your products. So again, skin absorbs all of this and it travels into your body. So that is another way that you're still, yes, you may be gluten-free, but are you also gluten-free in terms of what you're putting on your skin? So it's another thing to think about as well when you're, looking at ingredients and things that you're using. And then a seventh way is by reducing dairy. Dairy can actually affect the variety of good bacteria that you have in your gut. So it's very important that dairy is also another inflammatory type of food. So it's something that you want to try to eliminate as much as everything. Everything's like a work in progress. So I'm not saying like go out there, jump out day and absolutely do, because at the end of the day, the goal is always to feel good. So start somewhere, like eliminate one thing, see how you feel, then try eliminating something else and see how you feel, and then go from there, rather than just trying to push, because sometimes that just leads to automatic failure. Some people it works for them to just like go cold turkey, but then other people, they just little bit, little bit by little bit, and that's perfectly fine. To take those small steps, because the end goal is for you to be, healthy and thriving at the end of the day. And then, an eighth way is by eating healthy fats. So healthy fats are really good for your brain, and your brain is connected again to your gut. So eating avocados, having olive oil, eating like nuts and stuff like that. Those are good healthy fats that you can incorporate. That's also going to help with your gut health. And then a ninth way is by eating more fermented foods. And what I mean by that is having like pickles and sauerkraut and eating like kimchi. Those are like rich in probiotics. And probiotic is so very important for your gut. Yes, Kashmir, milk isn't made for humans. Milk is made for cows and their babies. That's exactly what milk was made for. So that's why we have, those lactose intolerances, and we're not able to digest it and all of that stuff, and it causes issues because it's not something that was made for us to consume. So yes, very good point to bring up.
And that's something though, because of how much it's been promoted. That you have to have, your baby has to have milk in order for them to have, strong bones.
Yes.
So all of us, basically, we all were born, we were just fed milk.
Exactly. That's right here was fed.
You know what I mean? It's like, those milk babies or something, like just eating us milk all the time.
And unfortunately, they're filled with hormones and all of these other things that are in there that are really not good for you. But that's like a whole topic in it.
That's a whole topic by itself.
Milk industry, that's a whole topic in it. Like it's crazy. But yeah, it is definitely promoted in that sense, like, having milk. And there are alternatives that you can give your baby. And I did that myself, again, a whole nother topic, for another time maybe. But yeah, I did that myself. I made my own formula, and I did not I used goat milk. I just wasn't happy with what was on the market. Yes, only cabbage and salt. Agreed. So yeah, so there's definitely options out there. It's all about doing your research. And then like the last thing, so I have the 10th one. It's a bonus. So it's very important for you to have prebiotics, probiotics, and digestive enzymes. So the prebiotics is what your body uses, what your good bacteria in your body feeds off of. So that's very important that you have that. You're feeding it the prebiotics in there, and not those, those artificial sweeteners, those sugars that that you intake. Then probiotics is where, it's going to go to work. It's going to help boost your good bacteria. And then the prebiotics also, which is important with the prebiotics, is that it helps the probiotics get to the important part inside of your gut, in your intestines. So very important as well. And then digestive enzymes, that's going to help, break down your food and get those nutrients, help you absorb those very important nutrients. And so like a way that I like to supplement and make sure that I have that every single day, which is very important. And one of my favorite supplements to have is Digestion Plus. And that has all of everything that you need: the prebiotics, the probiotics, and the digestive enzymes, all in there, your daily supplement. And, I don't even, it's like a set it and forget it. I open it up, put it into whatever drink that I'm having, and I'm good to go. So yeah, so those are just like some ways that you can do, today that you can grab, and add to your daily routine.
And I appreciate you going through that, because I think people really need something that they feel like they can actually do. And it not seem like something that's just so far, reaching for them, that they just don't start because it just seems like it's too much. Exactly.
And I agree with you 100%. Like if today the one thing you can do is decrease your stress, go for it. Decreasing stress is helpful in so many ways. It's going to help your mind. It's going to help your body. It's going to help your skin just by decreasing stress as well. So yeah.
Yes. If that's easy. And today is Wellness Wednesday.
I know. Yes.
This is the perfect day, to start that.
Absolutely.
Start that journey.
Absolutely.
Stress is a really big big thing, happening all the time, but especially now.
Oh my gosh.
COVID.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's just so many, simple ways. Again, like just going out for a walk. Deep
Right.
breathing actually is a really quick way to kind of reconnect and ground yourself and really bring you back to the current moment. And just taking like a few deep breaths,
Right.
that's going to help immediately reset your mind and just decrease the amount of stress that you're having. So that I've been finding extremely helpful lately.
Kashmir, he wrote, I'll put it back up on the screen. Maybe you can help explain this as well, or if it's true.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's right.
So, meditation in Africa, I learned a lot from the herbalist over there. You know what? I am not exactly sure. That sounds like something I've heard before, but I can't really speak to, our body changing. It makes sense. We're not our bodies are not the same like it was, when we were a lot younger. You notice that what you're eating now, you're noticing that, hey, oh my gosh, if I eat 10 cookies, I'm going to gain the weight versus
I can't.
Eating 10 cookies back then. So it makes sense that your body does change. And sometimes, like, for instance, another thing too, people might experience like they never had acne when they were younger, and all of a sudden they have adult acne. So like that could be like a hormonal thing, that could be going on as well. So that to me definitely makes sense, but I can't exactly speak to why our bodies would change every 7 years. You know what I mean? Like I can't.
And I started getting more into herbs and things too now. Like you said earlier, essential oils. That's something I started to get more into the last 2 years because of my endometriosis. It was kind of like I was tired of, taking all these different pills and medications, and I felt like they were making me just as sick or more sick.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Than me trying to find, like you guys were saying earlier, holistic approaches to healing. Yes. Because these doctors, they just want to write all these prescriptions out. And I just started going on this journey, and I'm just like, there's other ways to go about it, as you're well aware of.
No, absolutely. I agree with you. Absolutely. I think that the most powerful thing that you can do is to educate yourself. And that way, when you educate yourself, you are able to be an advocate for yourself. I think it's so important to be able to advocate for your health. And it's so true. Like sometimes it's easy to write a prescription than to get down to the root cause of the problem. And the root cause of the problem could be so easy to fix. It could be just easy as decreasing your stress. And then all of a sudden, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling 80 times better. But sometimes, we show up and it's like, okay, here's a prescription, go fill that and see how you feel. So that's why for me, it's so important to find these alternative methods, is because of the fact that, I was just being written a prescription and then another prescription because that didn't work, and another prescription and then as it got worse in terms of like the types of treatment, I was just like, no, I can't live like this. I don't want to live like this. And I definitely don't want, my children, my family to experience it. And I'm so happy that I took that time to just be like, okay, no, there's got to be something else out there. So I think it's very important, go out there, educate yourself as much as possible, ask as many questions as possible. And if, your provider can't answer those questions, there's someone out there that is willing to. So absolutely.
And I definitely agree. Like you said, researching on your own, especially if you don't feel right.
Yes. Yep.
And that's that, they tell women that, often a lot of times we're told that it's not really an issue, whatever it is that we're dealing with. They kind of push us to the side or just tell us we're just making this up. But it's like, as a woman, we know when something's not right.
Yes.
You know what I mean? With our bodies. Especially in your 30s, you've already been in your body. So we already know the difference between like a regular cycle and then versus it not being regular. So it's like, how can someone come to you and tell you that you're just making this up?
Yes, exactly.
And then that goes, for men as well. But I'm just mentioning women because I hear a lot of women, tell stories that they're pretty much told that they're not speaking reality. They're just talking, or hallucinating or something. And then years later, you find out that it really was something, wrong, but just that so many doctors kept telling them no.
Yes.
Not listening, to them.
Yeah. Yep. But there's always someone out there that's going to be willing for sure to listen and to find those. So find the answer to help you guide you through the process of finding the answer. Because we want to feel good at the end of the, at the end of the day, I want to feel good. I want to feel like myself. So I think it's very important to just be your strongest advocate for sure.
Yeah. And that's why I like to promote, being a healthy advocate. And that's for yourself and for your loved ones in your life.
Yes.
If somebody else can't speak up, you might have to speak up, for them.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep. It definitely will teach you to do that for sure. For sure. Yeah. So, and that kind of like going back to the skincare that you mentioned. So this is why I'm saying like it's very important that you get your gut in balance and you start seeing like your skin will start to flourish. And I think that's extremely important that you make sure what you're ingesting is also going to be able to help you within those other systems. So it's going to help you with your mind. It's going to help you with your skin because it's all interconnected. So I'm pretty much like, for any advice that I can give, number one, I'm a skincare junkie. So this is something else that really excites me. I can go for days with just talking about skincare. But I won't do that because now everybody's.
Yeah, we'll be here tomorrow. I'll be at work and we'll still be on the live talking.
So I'm a huge advocate of using clean products, and that's what I use on the daily. I use clean beauty products, so clean skincare, and my family uses it as well. That's another very important. So I'm trying to educate them too, whilst I'm educating myself too at the time. And I think it's like very important to know what's in your skincare and kind of using those products that that's not going to be harmful to your skin. So using pure, safe, beneficial products. If you're not aware, like the skin absorbs everything and it absorbs it very quickly. Within 20 seconds, you can find whatever you've put on your skin in one of your major systems. So whether it's your heart or your face, that will go really quickly. Sometimes I don't know if you've heard of like the like you put garlic or onion between your toes. And
I've heard that before
in your mouth. Yeah. And it doesn't take that long for you to be able to taste it in your mouth. So that's a true test is showing that how these things can travel, like harmful things can travel that quickly in your body. So
I feel like doing that tonight, putting some onion between my just so I can test this out.
Test it out. Put some onion between those toes. And let us know.
I'll let you know.
And try your essential oils on the bottom of your feet as well, because our feet absorb that the fastest.
Wow.
You put it on the bottom of your feet and see how you feel. So try it out on the bottom of your feet. I like to do that like in the morning when I get up, like part of my morning routine. I rub some like essential oils on the bottom of my feet. It really helps me get focused and get calm and stuff like that. So it's really good. So try it out and let me know what you think about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing it because I have some lavender too, I think.
Yes. At night, put some lavender on the bottom of your feet before you go to bed. That's another way
to rub it all.
Something. Yes. Yeah.
That's why I need Chris. I need Chris over here to.
Oh yeah, to rub
it down. So this is to benefit my health. So the feet rub, right?
So again, I like to use products that are going to ban any of those toxic ingredients. So for instance, like the skincare products I use, they ban over 2,000 toxic and carcinogenic ingredients. In the United States, we only ban, I believe it's 14, don't quote me, but it's only 14 toxic and carcinogenic products. Ingredients in our products. So can you only imagine if you're trying to look for a product that's clean, unless it's designated clean skincare, that what you're putting onto your body, what you're putting onto your child's body, it's just like, it's mind-boggling to think that only 14, 16, I believe, is banned. So I think that's huge, 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 huge. So, check what you have in your cabinets. Like, what are you using? Look at the products. Look at the labels. Can you read the label? Do you understand what what you're reading, what you're using? How is that, affecting your skin? Is it actually helping your skin? So I think that's very important. Again, like I said, leaving the gluten-free thing. Is there gluten in there? Are there any animal byproducts in there? I decided that, I wanted if I'm vegan, I want my products to be vegan as well. So there's no animal byproducts. What else is in there? Really do some like investigating of what's in your skincare products. And like my top advice that I can give is like, wash your face. That's like the first step. Moisturize your face. It's very important. And there's a lot of people who are like, oh, I don't wash my face. I just let the water, like, this is judgment-free zone.
Wait, what they said?
They don't wash their face. They just let the water kind of trickle down, their face. Or they use bar soap, bar
I'm not doing that.
How
do you just sit there and let the water just sprinkle down?
Let the water trickle down.
You know what? I actually heard someone say that about washing their feet. When in the shower, they just let the water
kind of like trickle down. It's like,
but they don't actually wash their actual feet.
Yeah. So there's, everybody has their quirks. So again, like I said, judgment-free zone, but please wash your face.
It's really not that hard. And I get people saying like they don't want to use like a rough, washcloth. Nobody's saying to just scrub off, your whole face.
No, do not scrub off your face.
So I said, let me show you what she posted.
Oh, they nasty. Yes, it is.
It is. I don't let it trickle down. That's like letting the sweat trickle down, right?
Yeah, exactly. I just wash my face with sweat. Yeah, it's and it's good. Like the washcloth is a good way to help exfoliate the dead skin cells that are on your face. So that's very important because getting rid of those dead skin cells actually helps for the products that you're using to absorb into those deeper layers of your skin. So it's important. Exfoliation is important. You don't have to use anything that's rough. I think that's another thing to think about. You don't want to use a rough exfoliator because it can cause nicks in your skin. So like, for instance, if you suffer from acne, you're opening up those those different pimples or whatever that you've got going on your face, and then you're causing these nicks, and then now the bacteria is going back into your skin again, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I got something just popped up on my face again. What's going on? Another blanket on my face, and it's because of the fact that it's the exfoliator that you're using that's causing that. So that's very important. You don't want to use anything that's harsh, whether it's just like a regular cleanser. You don't want to use anything that's harsh. You don't want to use anything that's going to dry out your skin as well. So again, very important to try, to use clean products. I'm obsessed with what I'm using. I've been using it for 2 years. I really love it. It works for my skin. I switch out certain things that I need depending on what my skin needs on that particular day. So if anyone wants to learn a little bit more about the skincare products that I use, I'd love to chat.
Definitely. They'll definitely reach out to you.
Yes, I'm obsessed with skincare, so we can definitely talk about that. And then just, moisturizing your face. It's very important. And there's a difference between moisturizing and hydrating your face. Another thing that I just recently, I was like, what? I thought we were doing the same thing. So that's, hydrating your face. Obviously, you're getting that, the H2O, I would say, replenishing the H2O into your skin, and versus moisturizing, that's like more of a, I guess like a barrier to keep your skin more moisturized. That's what I say. So I figure out how exactly to say it. So there's different ways of doing that as well, hydrating and moisturizing your skin. Again, things I can go on forever about, but I think it's, you can start by using cleaner products. There are a lot of products that are out there on the market that are clean products. So if it's a matter of being able to find something that you can grab like super quickly to try out, there are some good clean, but I would suggest definitely, read those labels and know exactly what's in there, because a lot of things can claim clean and they're not exactly banning the things that you wouldn't want in your skincare routine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think like starting with getting your gut on track, and then the skincare is going to be like it's going to be the supporting character in your routine. It's going to be the skincare that you use. But first, if you have get your gut on track, I'm telling you, it's going to make a world of difference for sure.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. It really starts literally from the inside of your gut out.
Yeah. Yes. It truly, that is exactly.
And so many of us, we have all these gut problems, or like the other issues that you mentioned, and don't realize that it stems from that.
Yes, I know, it's crazy.
And that's the root of it.
Yeah, you wouldn't think twice about it, but it's exactly where it starts. And because we're not really, educated in that sense to really kind of focus in that area. And there's a lot of things that I didn't know. I was like, what? Where was this? Well, why didn't I understand, know this? So absolutely, you have to definitely get your gut balanced and really see if that's something that works for you. If you're noticing that it's not, then explore some other causes that could be possibly.
Right. And that's why I started drinking, like more teas and getting into like detox teas and stuff as well, because I noticed that it felt like my stomach, like you mentioned earlier, just was bloated. And I'm sure it really boils down to what it is I'm eating more than anything.
Yes.
I think that's the biggest,
very important.
Is what I'm eating is causing all these issues over the years now, has accumulated. So now I'm just starting to feel the effects. I didn't feel it at 20.
Yeah, no, none of us did.
Like once you reach that 30 mark, it's like your body just wakes up or something.
Absolutely.
It starts telling you, hold up, you can't do that anymore.
It's true.
It's time for you to actually start paying attention, to your body. And I'm just like, this is like too much. Sometimes it's like overwhelming, trying to figure out all these different things that you have to do to start to feel good about yourself. But as you mentioned, you don't have to do all these things at once.
No.
You start here and there and stuff. What the?
Yeah.
This man. Yes. It's true though.
Yes, it is. I agree. I agree with that. I'm gonna have to steal these criticisms. I'm gonna have to steal these good T-shirts.
And like I said, it's just all learning experience, pretty much.
It is. It really is.
I mean, it really is.
It's finding out what works for you, and then incorporating some like healthy habits to really help you feel good, for sure.
Yeah. No, I wanted to bring up really quickly. I've been following your posts all the time, and I see you posting like smoothie challenges and things of that nature. And I'm like, let me go and check this out. Do you have excuse me? Do you have any like quick recipe like off the top of your head? Because I know you mentioned that you just discovered like a Mexican smoothie.
Yes,
I think you told me the other day. Yeah, a hot chocolate. That's what it was. Hot chocolate.
Oh my gosh, so good, so decadent. So, like for me, I like to. Thank you. Yes. So that's legal.
Yeah,
that's legally binding, Chris. I hope you understand that. That's legally binding.
Yeah. He's probably writing something now as we speak.
Exactly. Get on it. So like I like to use my smoothies as healthy meal replacements. Sometimes I do really super quick ones, but I like to build them in a certain way. I kind of build a healthy smoothie. So I use because obviously I'm vegan, so I use non-dairy milk, so like nut milks and so almond, coconut. But I also right now I'm loving oat milk. So use that, like Planet Oat is a brand. Oatly is another really good brand for oat milk. And then I like to add veggies in there. So like spinach, kale,
Mm-hmm.
you can add other things like I've seen cauliflower, broccoli, whatever you want to add into your smoothie to really pep it up and get that extra bit of nutrient, make it a nutrient dense smoothie. Go for it. Then I like to add fruit, so strawberries, like frozen strawberries, frozen berries in there. You can do mangoes, you can do apple, whatever that you would like to throw into your smoothie. Go ahead, try it out with the fruit. And then some healthy fats, so avocado, and that will give you like a nice creamy smoothie as well. And peanut butter or almond butter is really good in smoothies. Get that nice nutty taste to it. It's fabulous. So that's kind of like a little framework to smoothies. And then I like to take it to the next level. So I like to add a couple of scoops of vegan protein shake mix into there. So then that gives me 20 grams of protein, and I have to be mindful about the protein intake that I have, considering that I am vegan. So I have to make sure that I'm counting how much grams of protein that I'm having in the day. And it's important for everyone else too, because depending on fitness, whatever you're doing, it's good to know how much protein that you're taking.
Yes, I agree.
You're so sweet.
It's true. It really is educational. Yeah.
No, I appreciate
I told you know more than you think.
I'm happy to share it, Kadriyyah. I appreciate that's like a huge compliment, but
it is.
This is like the first thing. This is the first step. Thank you. Break me out of my comfort zone, and now we got all out. Signing, planned, and everything. Oh my gosh, no, it's incredible. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm so happy that you're finding value in what I'm sharing. I really that's what excites me.
Yeah. Yes.
Then I add the Digestion Plus, which I talked about, which had the prebiotics, probiotics in there, digestive enzymes. So I add that to it. And then a multivitamin, and the particular one that I take also has a mineral boost in there. So it has some zinc in there as well. So that's good for your immune system too. And then I add in my fiber. So again, however I can get my extra fiber in there, I am all for it. So that's kind of like how I take my smoothie to the next level. And these are all products that I have straight out of my business that I use as well. And so like Quad just mentioned about, how I kind of like to keep these smoothies fun. So you can do smoothie bowls, and you can have a dessert for breakfast. You can literally have dessert for breakfast.
Yes, I love the post that I mentioned to you about having dessert for breakfast. And I'm like, so many people would love that.
Yes, exactly. And so like
people like me who love, brownies and
oh my gosh, yes. So you can make, can make protein brownies, protein balls as well. There's different things that you can use that can kind of like can help with those particular cravings that you have, and still be able to be like, oh my gosh, I'm being healthy, but satisfying those cravings. So like this Mexican hot chocolate protein shakes, which I can add into the chat. I don't know if I'm able to like post anything afterwards after this is loaded,
you can post
like that. But because I can definitely post the recipe. So it's chocolate protein, coconut milk, nut butter, some chili powder to spice it up a little bit, cinnamon, vanilla, and then you add in some ice in there, and you blend it all up together.
Let me see if I got this in the house now.
Yes, I know. and then
I'm gonna have to go shopping tomorrow.
Yes, to have it. Oh my gosh, it's so worth trying for sure. And then you top it off with some whipped cream. So some coconut whipped cream, you top that off, and you don't have to feel guilty. You can have your smoothie for breakfast and you don't have to feel guilty because it has all of these amazing nutrients in it. And, it's really good for you. You're going to feel good. Shoot up that serotonin, because guess what? You're having dessert for breakfast and someone else is. And it like excites, it's exciting to be able to have these different types of options as well. So yeah. That's the Mexican hot chocolate recipe, and I'll put that in as well. So
I need some of that now.
Oh, but it sounds so refreshing. Oh my
And
goodness.
smoothies, you can drink that pretty much all throughout the day, right? You don't have to just be for breakfast.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can use that as a meal replacement at lunch. It's great for really, those really busy schedules. Or even if you're you're working from home. Sometimes you don't have time to like put together something elaborate. You can just throw everything. You can kind of meal plan your smoothies and put them into little baggies, and then you just grab it straight out of the freezer. You throw it into your blender, add your your nut milk in there, whatever else that you need to add if there's going to be protein. Throw that all together, blend it up super quick. That's like less than 5 minutes, and you've got this really super delicious, nutrient dense meal, and you're back at your desk. Or again, like in the morning, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have time for breakfast. You can shake up a quick shake. You can make up a quick smoothie, and then you're out. You're out the door. So there's definitely different ways to incorporate these smoothies into your daily routine that makes it easy, makes it a little bit of a no-brainer as well. Oh, there you go. Canadian hot chocolate.
No, we should have had you on here, babe, talking.
I know, exactly.
let me see. I didn't know he know all this now. I mean, I know he cooks and all, but
that's incredible.
I didn't know all this now.
You can make you some good gut healthy recipes. That's good.
And it's really important, especially like in your 30s, and as you get older, you do need to start thinking about stuff like this.
Yes,
because you still want to eat foods that you like, but you just want to be a little bit more healthy about it.
Yes, absolutely.
And you have to kind of be more creative when it comes to that.
I agree with you 100%. There's definitely ways to still have exciting, someone used the term sexy meals, and still, get those meals and stuff like that, and hit those cravings and everything, and still do it in a very, healthy way. And also everything in moderation. I'm not going to sit here and preach. I don't have, as soon as I found out that Oreos were vegan, I was on top of that. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
With my bags of Oreos, and I love to indulge in Oreos every once, now and then. I don't like to think of things to being extremely restricting, because I believe that's where we fail, is that when we think that it's a restriction, then we're fighting it. We're like, oh my gosh, no one's going to tell me that I have to eat a certain way. No one's going to tell me that I'm going to do
that's a good point.
So it's very important that everything in moderation, whatever that's going to work for you, and just learning those healthier habits and adding them in throughout the day. If it's just one smoothie that you can do every single day, that's perfectly fine.
And then it becomes a normal thing for you to do every day now. It's not something where you feel like you're forcing yourself to do.
Exactly. Or even like, meatless Mondays and stuff like that. Like try one meal that you don't have a piece of meat with, and see how that is. And not saying, I never say go vegan or anything like that, but I think that it's important to be able to explore different options. And if plant-based or being a flexitarian is one of those options that you want to try out, go for it. No one's stopping you. There's so many so many things out there on the market now. Vegan products have gotten a lot better. So there's so much to try out. So just go for it. Don't be afraid, and take that leap. And Quad, actually, because I know you mentioned something about like food shopping, and like a couple.
You covered a lot of that already. It's fine. I think you covered a lot of what as far as food options where people can go. But if you have an extra, I'm going to call on the Q-tip to add. Please.
On the Q-tip. Oh, I like that.
I just made that up just now, but
I again just I'm trying to see like if there's anything that like pops out to me.
or if you have anything you want to add as far as, like you said, the grocery list, or personal development, anything that you might want to add before we finish tonight.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, again, another thing that I love a lot of things. So personal development is definitely one of those things that I think it's so important to feed your mind every single day, and just kind of fuel your mindset. So some of those ways is just, reading. Reading is like a really huge way that I find that I'm able to kind of stay in that positive mindset, learn some new things that I can incorporate every single day into my life. So right now, like currently, I'm reading a book called Gifts of Imperfection, and that's really helping me to target that perfectionist in me and kind of all of the things that go, the fears and everything that goes with that. And that book's by Brene Brown. It's a great read. I think everybody should read it for sure. And then, another quote is like surrounding yourself with really good people, people that are there that's going to push you as well. So you are, you're the sum of the 5 people that you surround yourself with, which is huge. Like who's there? Are they people that are, feeding you negative things, or causing you to feel, a certain way? It's very important that you take that time to find those good people in your life, and that way they're also fueling your mindset as well, and help you strive to be better, right, at the end of the day. Like
Chris is one of my 5 people, so
yes.
He's already giving advice tonight on the show.
No, I admire you for sure. So I love this.
Thank you.
And then, and the other thing to like think about is like mentorship is literally free. We have so much access to stuff. Like literally go on Google, and whatever your passion is, you can find someone that is an expert on it. And again, that's for free. So listen to a podcast. Come, listen to On the Q.
Yes.
Quada's people in different
spread the word.
In different fields and stuff like that can talk about certain things that you might be interested in. And I think that's important. Fuel your mind and fuel your mind every single day. And you'll see that, you'll grow as a person. Other people will start noticing, and they'll want to know what the secret sauce is.
Right.
And all it takes is that little bit of change. And the same thing,
especially like you said, reading is really important. Yes,
absolutely. Definitely, read, devour books, devour personal development. It's absolutely important. And again, even with your health as well, just take those tiny baby steps every single day to do something for yourself. Take care of yourself. Absolutely. Take care of yourself.
I just want to shout out my friend Javon. I'm actually reading his book, Level Up: How to Start Living Your Best Life Now, by Dr. Love Jones. So he was just on earlier in the show. So I started reading his book, and it's actually been helping me.
Yes,
it's learning to love yourself unconditionally, aligning your gifts, passion, and purpose, building meaningful relationships, sexual energy and manifestation, developing a money mindset, and enjoying your fruits of labor. So he's really broken things down in ways that I can understand and try to incorporate into my daily life.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate him. I had to give him a shout out. Try to support, your friends.
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely.
Them, especially when they're actually writing about something that's meaningful, that can actually benefit you.
Change and transform your life. And that's the huge thing. It doesn't take much. All it takes is probably one of those chapters, one of the sentences in there that will transform your life. So it's so important to grab a book and read. And I'm definitely going to be looking that one up, because I've got a big goal to read a lot of books by the end of the year. So I'm going to be that up for sure.
How many? 11, you said?
No, I want to read 52.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm putting it out there into the ether so you guys can support me and keep me accountable for that. But that's my goal
now, though.
I'm sorry.
How many have you gone up to now?
Oh my goodness. Well, I started this goal the first week in August. So I'm currently on my third book, but we're gonna make it through because
Wow, that's good though already. Shoot.
I also listen to books on tape. So I'm like in a 3.5-ish zone right now. So yeah.
Well, that's better than most people.
But we all gotta start somewhere.
At 0.0. So you're doing good at 3.5.
Yeah, try Audible because that's a great place to start too. Yeah. And then they do like 30 days, the first 30 days for free or something like that. So you can find you can find a book on there and just start listening to that. Listen to it when you have that, that kind of like that dead time. So if you're going for a walk, if you're driving in the car, that's another great place to kind of listen to personal development, whether it's a book or listen to something on YouTube. That's another great place too to listen to things. So yeah, there's definitely, ways for us to get around that with our busy schedules.
Right. Yeah, like you said, people, they like to think of excuses, but like you said, you can listen wherever.
Yes.
You can play music, you can play a book.
Yes, exactly.
And learn from it. Yeah.
Play a book that's probably gonna, bring you, maybe increase your income, So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So before we sign off, I just wanted you to just let everybody know how they can reach you, your social media handles.
Yes.
And we'll at the end we'll post, the recipes that you mentioned and also how, someone, can reach out to you as far as, a giveaway package that we were posting about, how they can reach out for you in regards to that.
Absolutely. So you can find me on Instagram at Live Well with Peggy. And then I also, my personal Facebook page is Peggy Ovilma-Goodfield, which you can also incorporate this in there. I'm like trying to think of all of them. And then also I have a page on Facebook that's called Green Life by Design. And then I have a really great group on Facebook. It's called the Wellness Collective. And pretty much it's like a group of women, I think a couple men. I'd love to grow the group, have more men in there for sure. But yeah, and I post different types of tips that you can use, in terms of healthy living on a day-to-day basis. And so, I try to keep it fun, but I also try to keep it informative. I think that's very important as well. But if you would like to enter the giveaway, for those of you that were able to, hop on, support, watch, or even anyone that's watching the recording afterwards as well. And I will leave that information how to join. So you would just join my Facebook group, and anyone who joins the group will be entered into the giveaway. So I'm going to do like a little beauty/nutrition package. So so I'll give more details as well in the group.
All right, I'm so excited. I definitely know there's many people who are watching or who have watched tonight who would love to join that group as well as your page. And pretty much everything that you've been hearing tonight is available, on her pages.
Yes.
Because this is something that, like you said, you're passionate about, that you're really into all of these different, things that we talked about tonight. And if you guys love, tonight and feeling like you were, educated, definitely show support. Definitely join. Like she said, men, she needs more men to come out and join. That's very important as well. We need both men and women, getting better, feeling better, about themselves. Gut health is important for both sexes.
Yes,
not just women. So she definitely needs your guys' support. And I mean, you're going to get good knowledge regardless. Mm-hmm. You're going to learn something. Even even though I'm talking to you, I'm learning and listening at the same time.
Yes.
Throughout the interview. So I'm definitely, like I said, I'm going to be peeping in my cabinet, seeing what I got in there.
Yeah.
To start on this chocolate tonight, because today the weather was kind of funny. So I kind of wish I had the hot chocolate, this morning, when I woke up. Now, just to get myself, into the groove and things. Of course. But again, I definitely appreciate you coming out. I just want to shout out, my On the Q, as you guys see behind this big hair, my my sweatshirt / hoodie for On the Q Productions. I do have a Teespring account. I have T-shirts and mugs and hoodies as well as posters on there. So I'm going to be updating my Teespring account as well with different merchandise throughout the fall. And you guys can follow me as well on Instagram, QadriyyahMarie, On the Q Productions, as well as my Facebook page. And I also have a YouTube channel. I will be posting this video on there as well,
Cool.
probably by this weekend within the next few days. So please support. If you have a YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, you like, comment, share, as well as tonight's video. So I'm just feeling really good. I always love, when I talk to people and they're very knowledgeable and they're very passionate, about what it is that they love to do. Because I feel like you shouldn't do anything in life unless you are, passionate about it.
Yes.
I feel like there's almost no purpose into it. Like, I feel like you can't be just doing something and it be just about the money, or you're doing it just because you're good at it. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be something else along with that. It can't just
completely
be
agree.
That. It has to be something that within inside you, you feel like you're contributing to the world.
Yes.
That's what I feel like. To me, I feel like life is about giving more than anything. Feeling like you're actually serving purpose.
Yes.
And that's what it boils down. No matter if you make money from it or not, as long as you feel like you did your part to help, someone.
Absolutely.
And that's what I try to do with, On the Q. I always tell people, keep on sweating into a better, healthier you. So
that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Is that a Chrisism? Did Chris come
No,
up?
that's a quadriyyah.
Just kidding.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna have another one.
Yes.
Before the night is over, before he goes into work tonight, he'll probably.
Oh my gosh.
We actually just posted. He just posted a video tonight on my page. So he's a comedian, so he's always posting things, and I'm always trying to, support.
Yes.
Now he got me acting and stuff. So.
Oh my goodness! I know. I saw it. I was like, wait a minute. This is
he got me out, getting me out my show, which is something I actually like doing. I just haven't done it as much, but I do like the idea of getting outside of my typical self. When you're getting yourself, but you're also not yourself. You're getting to be someone else. And I think a lot of people, we need that type of release.
Absolutely.
Just to feel like it's okay for us to be this crazy person now because we're acting.
Yes.
But really, inside, we really are crazy. But because it's a script, we can blame it on that.
Oh my gosh.
So that's what I'm doing. Getting that crazy out of me on the camera. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's like a stress relief. It's a way of relieving stress. That's for sure.
Right. Relieving stress. Yeah. But I definitely, again, appreciate you coming on, girlfriend, talking to us. I'm going to sign off tonight for Live on the Q. But again, she's going to leave her information. Again, how, to connect with you guys, her social media accounts. And make sure you follow her. Definitely.
Yes, greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much for having me. This was great. This was better than I thought. I was so.
I told you what you were worried.
I was worried and nervous, but like you said, when you find something that you're passionate about, it doesn't feel like work, and you can just like go on for a day sharing. So I absolutely love to share about this. I think it's just so important. And it's so life changing too to learn more.
Yes, learning is always good. It's always good. Never stop learning.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah. All right, my boo. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Everybody. Bye. So I hope everyone has, great evening.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Good night.
Good night.